double back, we ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Never turn my back on my guy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower in the fabulous European capital of Paris, France. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Toronto Huskies taking on the Dragons of Paris. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Locke. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 45 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Locke. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Richardson to throw off play action. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get to first before he's taken down at the 36. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Richardson going to move him around.
19, Tiger, 19.
On second down, McCaffrey. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
That's laid out deep for Rice. This is caught at the 20. And touchdown! Rasheed Rice, 63 yards. And the Dragons are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw it is Locke. Taking a shot for Samuel. And on the left sideline, he caught up and out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Locke staying put, 4th down, and they're going for it. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzes, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Okay, ready?
Here we go with McCaffrey. Oh, good move at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Dragons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. He's got it at the 15. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Richardson going to change the play here. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready, set.
From his own end zone, it's Richardson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go now.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now a 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Dances by him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards and they do convert on 3rd.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Here's its throw, and I think the ball's out. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Play action. Now it's Locke. And that is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
2 yards on the play.
Block now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Locke. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Locke going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They go play action with Richardson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Now Richardson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now it's Richardson. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the option left, Richardson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Past the 20. Down the right sideline. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dragons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. No escape for Lock, and he'll go down. Michael Dana picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. Touchdown! Jaden Reed.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
And a huge play that time. 42 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A give right side for Gibbs. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Gibbs. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the 2nd half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. McCaffrey is in for a touchdown.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 2nd down, here's Locke. No escape from Locke, and he'll go down. Aleem McNeil coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Okay, the offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it would appear that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Richardson hit and he fumbles it.
And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the